What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? How did you guys all do today? How did you guys all do today? What is cooking, everybody? How we doing? How are we doing? It was actually two good. There was two pieces today: gold shorts and NQ longs that I tried. Live trading on YouTube. The gold shorts were actually really fucking clean. It was from this 15 minutes bearish breaker block. Resting here. Right here down to the flat body open from the, what is this? The 10 o'clock 10 o'clock candle open, and then full closure when price ran the Asia lows on what's it called? Silver. Gold shorts were fire. NQ did not offer what I would have liked it today, but I didn't even take like a bit. I took like a $200 loss on this, like less than 0.5%, which was completely fine. Gold shorts were fire. The NQ longs were no bueno. No bueno. But I can tell you this. Right now, what I think is going to happen on NQ and indices. So, like, we have this daily fair value gap, but obviously there's like literally there's no life in this POI. So what does that mean is potentially next for price action? What price could do from this point on? We cleared out this low from October 22nd on all three assets, and that's where we reversed from. But is there a cracking correlation at this low between any of the three? No. There's no SMT divergence. There's no cracking correlation at those lows. Oh, wait, I have to fucking do this recording. There's no differentiation in price. So if price does not manipulate from this key level, we're going to this low on NQ. Like we'll be taking out 24,709 if we fail to manipulate. So keep that in mind. All right, now the recording is set. All right, cool. So if we fail to reverse from here, I don't think that we will. We're going to gravitate towards this. Like, no doubt. But my idea this morning was I was watching price as we got into this new week opening gap here. Traded into it right there. So what I was paying attention to this morning, because we had SMT at this point in price, I was watching to see the reaction from this point because it was a new week opening gap and it was a daily bullish fair value gap. So when price traded into this new week opening gap, I had two scenarios laid on for today. I wanted to see price trade up into, let me go back. Here's 930. 930 had this drop into our key level, into the daily fair value gap. Now we had this down close candle that cleared all these short-term lows. So this would have been my order block. All right. Skip a 15-minute candle. What does that do? It leaves behind this 15-minute bearish fair value gap like this. This and this. This being a potential bullish order block. So I said, if price can get above this down close candle from 9:30, and then, oh shoot, let me delete this. I said, if price can get above this down close candle from 9:30 and we close above, I will put on full risk and then long to then target higher prices, because that would be a violation of one bearish PDRA and a confirmation of a bullish PDRA. So that would be two that I would need. Next 15-minute candle here, we don't confirm the OB, but we inverse the 15-minute fair value gap. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll put on 0.5% here. And I had I longed here and my stop was like roughly right there at like 250. And then I wanted all the way up here for like a little bit over a 1-2 risk to reward. But I'm happy that I didn't go full size because this just didn't end up playing out. And it was just a SMT that was created at these corresponding highs. And when we created that SMT, we just ended up bleeding lower. But it's unfortunate because today, now we had our initial move, but even the flip lower from here and how heavy we are in price, like we are not, the only SMT that we created for lower prices was on the 30-minute that you could see on the S&P 500 with these candle highs from 9:30 and 10, 30-minute PSP here. And we had a 50, that was also a 15-minute like this, just like that. That was the only thing that we had. But like the structure behind the entire down move was pretty shit. Unless you're like a strong lower time frame or M1 trader, that's just not something that I like. But it played down low. It played down low. The hourly, I was surprised we didn't get an hourly SMT. That I would have understood if price kind of traded into the hourly bearish fair value gap, resting here, traded into this, and then sold off lower from there. But that did not end up happening. All of these are corresponding together. The only thing that was actually really, really nice today was the gold shorts. The gold shorts were really nice. There was I believe, 4-hour SMT. The 4-hour SMT at these highs right here, higher high on gold, lower high on silver. And then the 15-minute time frame was super clean with a displacement below the low here. We had the closure below on this 15-minute candle from 9:15. Then we created an SMT at these 15-minute candles with an SMT failing to tag this gap. So this is a breakaway. You can see the same corresponding gap on silver, which is the one that delivered us into the Asia lows. That short and this specific one candle was TP. Gold shorts were so much better than NQ shorts. And this had like literally no drawdown. Like I literally said gold will go lower in my Discord, and the second that I said it, it died. Like honestly, it was like within the span of 10 seconds. I can't. Gold had a 4-hour. Here, ready? Look at this. Go to your higher time frame. What is going on with gold here? Do your analysis top down, Luke. Let me clear off everything. So, what's the difference between gold and silver here? What has silver done? Silver has taken out all-time highs. What has gold done? Gold has failed. Where did it fail to do that? Inside of a daily bearish fair value gap. This is simple, just forever model concepts here. Key level, SMT. Here, here, here. Like literally SMT inside of a key level, right? You've seen this from me a million times. Now, just dropping down to lower time frames. Okay? Let's see what else are we working with here? We don't even need to go to the 4-hour. We can go to the 1 hour, from the daily to 1 hour. So, there's that daily SMT here. I'm going to drag this up a little bit. Daily SMT. Completely neglect the middle chart. That's dollar. You have these corresponding highs with gold here, higher high. And then you have same corresponding highs on silver, lower high, like this. With what is left on the table? Session liquidity. Asia session lows. Silver and gold. Asia session lows. So from this point, and on top of that, this was just a 4-hour SMT as well. It was a 15-minute market maker sell model down to the lows. Simple as that. With a closure below here. Boom. Bearish breaker block. Price creates an SMT at the tag of the breaker too. Legitimately a no drawdown short entry right there. Like literally no drawdown. And then you would have closed the trade when silver took out Asia lows, and then you created an SMT like that. Then you're out. That literally would have been it. Stop loss at that candle high, and you would have caught over 2R. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. It was a very simple trade. I don't know about a reversal yet on NQ, brother. I need a lot more work from this thing to do anything. And it's also not good from the fact that NASDAQ, like, see how this candle primarily, look at these, focus on these two candles here. These two candles, this closure here leaves behind this bottom side wick. This closure here leaves behind this top side wick. Now, this here in price would be considered a balanced price range right here. Why? Because we have delivered both sell side and buy side within this range. Same thing down here. We have delivered both sell side and buy side in this range. So getting back above this area, like this massive area here, These 2 hourly candles would be what you need price to get back above in order for this to go higher. Getting back above, this is simply just trading into, like, if we're going higher, this is high resistance liquidity. That is literally that is simply high resistance liquidity. This area in price. Same thing with the S&P 500. Same sort of ordeal. This and this. But primarily on NQ. Red flag. AKA red box. Is it a good time to trade indices? You can trade indices whatever you want. Indices just didn't play out in my favor today. And it's crazy. Today's the first day that I've taken a trade or trades in a long time. It's been a week. But nice trade on gold, bad trade on NQ. And this thing looks like it's going to die. This is showing no signs of life. Yeah, government is back. Government is back. We finally get our news events. Let's go. Finally get our news events, guys. Isn't that exciting? I took gold and I took NQ. Gold was like over a 1 to 2 risk to reward. It was like 2.2. It was just a full closure when my target was this. See this flat body? I believe it was a 4-hour too. It was a 4-hour flat body open. You'll see it in my Instagram reel that I post. I call it all out. So you'll understand when you see it. Even though there is SMT at those lows, there's an SMT in the side of this hourly fair value gap on gold with silver. In case this wants to go lower, maybe we can watch to see if this comes down lower. I already hit my limits on the day. I'm eating sourdough with peanut butter and honey. What's the best advice to a future trader, which is new in trading? Shiny object syndrome is a real thing, and don't consume too much information from different sources. It will only do it will do nothing but hurt you. Stick with one sort of strategy or one sort of way. Find a mentor that can guide you and help you keep you accountable in your trading so that you're not doing everything alone. And once you have that, that will be a big benefactor to helping you actually make advancements in your trading. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, wait, hold on. Project has been having a lot of issues lately. I've had that on my trading view. That happens on my trading view a lot of times, Luke. Do I prefer futures or forex firms? Futures by a million. I did pick up the 200K CFD prop. I picked up a 200K CFD account so that I could swing trade. Only because a lot of I think FTMO and now Funded Next are the ones that allow these they allow swing trading for CFDs. But futures are so much better. Not even close. Should you focus on RR or win rate? That's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my life. Focus on your strategy and having the focusing on win rate is ridiculous. Just focus on consistent risk, executing your edge, and I would say 1 to 2 risk to reward. Most of the time, when I trade during the London session, my SL get hit. Are you? It's all dependent. Are you documenting your trades that you're taking during London session, and are they making sense? And is it matching based off of your model? Or are you taking different things every single time that you trade during London? Or are you able to understand, is your win rate better in New York compared to London? If your win rate is better in New York compared to London, then I would definitely recommend not trading London session. If you don't journal, you're not profitable. If you fail and actually neglect journaling, you will not make it. Because you will have no idea. And if you are not if you're not making consistent payouts and you're not journaling, I guarantee you're not going to make it. And you telling me, oh, I used to journal, I don't do it anymore. But if you're not making a fuckload of money, there's no excuse as to why you shouldn't be journaling your trades. Literally no excuse at all. And if you say, oh, I'm too lazy, then again, you're going to lose all your accounts. And I won't feel bad. I mean, it's as simple as documenting the trade. What did you see? Why did you take the trade? What were your emotions behind the trade that you took? The time of the day, the session, the pair, all that sort of stuff. There's not really a certain way to journal properly. You should just be documenting the entire process as to, I did this because of this, this, and that. Bro, if you spam one more time, I'm actually going to ban you. I think I have a video on my YouTube channel as well. No. You could, if you post, That's not a bad idea. Like recording yourself talking your way through how you executed price. It's not a bad way. Like, that's not a bad thing to do. If you're walking your way through, like, price, like, if I, like, go into like, if I record my screen right now and I'm like, "Okay, so today on gold, I saw this daily fair value gap. It had SMT resting here, and then that was my step 1 and step 2 for my higher time frame foundation. Now, what I did next is I went down to my lower aligned time frames or my intermediate terms. I looked at the 4-hour time frame. I compared the 4-hour time frame with silver. I saw that there was an SMT divergence between the 2 a.m. and the 6 a.m. candle. Once I saw that come into play, I also saw a potential draw on liquidity, which was a flat body open at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That 4-hour candle, I then made my way down to lower time frames as well. Saw the same sort of SMT on the hourly chart. Then I went down to an execution time frame, which was the 15-minute time frame for me to then execute a trade for that target to that 10 a.m. or that 10 p.m. candle flat body open. We had a 15-minute bearish breaker block. Once price closed below it, confirmed, and we tagged it in at 9:30. That was my short, and I closed the full position when silver, the correlated pair, ran the Asia lows, and I left a runner in case gold wanted to also run the Asia lows. Boom. That's it. That would be my vocal journal for the short on gold. And how long did that just take me? That just took me 15 seconds. 20 that took me like 30 seconds. Exactly what you could do. And if you can't do something like that, then you are the problem. You are truly the problem. And I didn't stutter. I didn't say anything stupid or like I didn't look confused because it was a simple and easy process that I'm very familiar with. And if you can't talk in a smooth manner that makes sense based off of how you're annotating and viewing price, then clearly you're executing in a model that you're not familiar with at all. I don't understand what that says. Would you consider trading currency pairs? I'm actually pissed. I wanted to long EU last night and I fucking didn't. I fell asleep. Um, I wanted a long euro from this 4-hour for value gap resting here last night. Like this was a really, really clean draw to this resting high. There was a move during Asia. I didn't take it, but I would have longed when we tagged that 4-hour gap and we closed above here, and I would have put my stop, like literally, I would have put my stop at the low here. And then I would have targeted here for a 1 to 2. Like it lined up perfectly. I just didn't want to have it on while I was sleeping. It was just a 4-hour to 15-minute forever model. I would have done this. Like euro was actually really clean. And dollar has already reached all of our drawn liquidities that we've had and we've labeled like since I've started streaming with y'all. Called out this gap here to trade higher. Called out this gap here to trade higher, and this eventually being the draw. And since we've gotten that, now like we literally cleared out everything that we needed. Now it's just a point of what is price going to do next. We took out the sell side here, we took out the buy side here on monthly time frame. And now what's looking like it's cooking here is finally GBP USD could clear out and play catch up to euro all the way up here. You know, like this looks really good. And I don't see why like that wouldn't work out, you know? It just looks good. All the way to those highs. Try and trade, what's it called? Try and trade indices. If you only trade gold, try and trade indices too. Trade others, not just indices. I think this whole week on index futures has been ass. This whole week on ESNQ, Dow have been ass. This thing is currencies and commodities have delivered much better. Oh, last week on indices was gas. I caught bangers on Monday and Tuesday. One pair, gold is a good pair during Asia. A lot of people trade gold during Asia. Like a lot. De-risk yourself. If you're on a losing streak, take a step back. Either take a break or reduce your risk. You guys like my shirt? It says Diamond Strip Club. I don't know. I don't trade GUR 40. Isn't it drip? It's a crazy crop, though. Kind of look gay. Bro, why don't you just trade both? Like, just trade both. If you see a setup on forex, take forex. If you see a setup on futures, trade futures. Like you don't need to fucking completely switch. It's just a matter of like how much can you monitor at once? What can you handle mentally? Can you handle watching a bunch of different pairs and then at the same time executing? Or can you only handle monitoring one pair for the same day? Like I only feel comfortable, like I only look at indices, commodities, and EU and GU. That would be about it. But prime, like as of recently, I've just been looking at indices and then gold and silver. That's it. Brother, you could look up that question on YouTube. You're trading futures contracts and you're trading lot sizes on CFDs. Futures are more safe, in my opinion, because in CFDs, you're dealing with spreads. And on top of that, you don't know if the broker's regulated or not. Man, this shit was actually gross today. Gold could still run for the low. Like, honestly. There is an SMT set in. The hourly high. Yeah. Is there a 6 hour? Imagine tomorrow we pump. What is it called? TGIF? Yeah. Yeah. Called TGIF. That's what it's called. We respected the M5 OB on GC, now dumping. Which one? Oh, this one. This one? From 1110, that small guy? Do I trade? I don't trade crypto, but I monitor it and I invest in it. Like crypto was beautiful. Like ES and Bitcoin shorts were beautiful here. At this daily fair value gap here. Look at this daily fair value gap tag. There's going to be, I totally am convinced that we run these relative lows on Bitcoin. Look at this shit. This shit was so clean, bro. So clean, I have to put a Zen in. Let me tuck that bitch. Dude. Bitcoin literally offered the cleanest shorts from that daily fair value gap here. Like, look at this bitch. Once we closed below here too, this hourly breaker, and then created the SMT inside the key level. got annihilated. She was dummy. Why the fuck is my thing all busted? That shit was so clean. I'm watching Golden. Probably needs to inverse this 5-minute though, Luke. Probably needs to inverse this. Because keep in mind, you're kind of playing with fire here because there's SMT at the lows, but I still think that it can go lower. Still think that it could go lower. It just needs to actually close below. I would still be holding runners, but I'm not. Where am I from? I grew up in New Jersey. I was my family. I have family from Philadelphia, and my other side of the family grew up in South Jersey. Dude, NQ is literally on a mission down to these lows, bro. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm dead ass. I don't see why we don't go down there. NQ is like literally on a, like, look at this daily fucking candle. This is killing so many people right now. I know that. Dude, I'm not kidding. If we don't hold, the only means of like reversal, like I'll mark off 50% of this wick. Mark off 50% of this wick. Right here. This probably bare minimum. Mark that off. Mark off consequent encroachment of the wick. That's probably where we're going to go at a, like, this is like low hanging fruit. And then if we rip through this, then we're going to 24,709. Like, no doubt. You know? No doubt. Ugh. %50 of that wick. Dude, I don't think we're gonna get a reversal here, bro. That's not. You need a lot to happen for a reversal to come into play at conditions like this. Like, I'm assuming you're probably gonna need a news event to do something. Like, you need like a V-shaped fucking recovery, a sharp ass V. If you don't get that, then you ain't getting shit. Trust me when I say this. Trust me when I say this. Bro, that question is ridiculous. That question is actually ridiculous. I've been trading for 6 years almost. Basically 6 years. Bro asked how much I've made from trading and how much do I need to make? How much do I need to make to be profitable? Like that question does not that question for me does not correlate to you. My highest profit was actually in one single trade, but it was also through options trading. And it was over 6 figures. But it was back when the AMC and the GameStop thing was going on. I had options contracts that I bought for $74 a pop. And then the next day, it was an overnight thing. AMC stock was up 224% pre-market. It was up 224% pre-market. And those contracts that I bought that were $74 each, keep in mind, I had multiple. They were valued from $74 to $1,260 each. That's and put that into perspective. That's in over, what is that? 74, 50, 74 times 20. That's like almost a 20x. Wait, what? But I'm not telling you how much you need to make to be a profitable. Like that's a question. That question is very, very different for a lot of people. You need to ask yourself, okay, if first of all, this is different. In order to be a full-time trader or go full-time, if you're first of all, if you are not like profitable and you are working a job, like you shouldn't be like jumping the gun soon to quit your job to trade full time, because the weight of trading and making money from trading is stressful, and you guys already know that. So you need to make sure, if you are going to take the jump to trade full time, what you need to be doing is you need to make sure you have 6 months to a year's worth of bills set aside to even consider taking the jump to focus and trade full time. That is like no questions asked in that situation. If you have that buffer to where you don't need to worry about money for 6 months to a year, I would honestly push towards the year's time. If you have that saved up, then maybe you can do it. But I would say it's even better to wait until your trading income outweighs your income from your job. That's another thing that you should definitely wait to pull the trigger. And that's to the point when you have a model that works, you understand your edge, and your edge being risk management, understanding market conditions, all that sort of stuff. You know when to pull the trigger, and you don't hesitate on executing, and you're not scared to lay risk on. If you're not scared and you don't think, like, if you see your setup on the screen and you're not hesitating to press buy or sell, you're much further than a lot of the people that are behind you. There's a lot of certain factors that people neglect to understand before they could actually take the jump to trade full time, because this is a very fucking difficult industry to actually succeed in and have longevity in. Very, very fucking difficult. Trust me. It's very fucking hard. Very hard. Very, 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 very hard. Be super patient with this shit. And if you're not, you're going to get burned. You're going to get burned. With a capital B. Burned with a capital B. Don't be stupid. What do I do gold tomorrow? I don't know. Let's see. Gold tomorrow. I mean, as of right now, what I would like to see actually on gold, if we could trade into the daily fair value gap. Trade gold down in the previous daily low inside of this daily fair value gap here. This guy. If gold can come into this like that, but I don't think that we're going to get a tag into the gap and then go higher immediately. I think that we're going to get the tag and then probably Monday give the green light for long, because tomorrow's Friday. It's the last day of the week. So I would probably say short tomorrow to previous daily low. So I'll probably lean shorts on gold tomorrow. How to manage psychology after funded? Execute your rules. Execute the model that got you funded. It's not really that much rocket science that goes behind this. Literally just trade your model. That's it. Trade your model and then you'll be fine. Not a lot of thinking that goes into this. All you need to do is just be disciplined with your edge, and that's it. If you have enough discipline and you know if you know what your conditions are that got you funded, then there's really not much else thinking to it. You know? Just a lot of you guys are so attached to that money and like you want to get that payout so bad that it puts you in a state of mind that you're so eager that you go outside of your rules and you take trades that aren't aligned with your entry model checklist. And that's where a lot of people just fuck up. And it's unfortunate to see, but if you just stay dialed in with how you should be trading, you won't make the stupid mistakes. Like you won't. Just don't be stupid. Be very, very strict with your entry model and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. How to avoid over trading? Once you take 2 losses in a day, walk away. 2 losses, walk away. Go about your day. Keep yourself in limitations between 2 losses. If you take more than 2 losses in a day, you're done. That's it. That is it. Oh, but it's 11:56. Let's think of a word for this giveaway for you guys. Let's think of a word for this giveaway for y'all. Let's think of a word for this giveaway. How should we do this? How should we do this? All right. Let's think. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. It's 2 words. I'll announce it in, let's see. I'll announce it in 1 minute from now at 11:59. Let me go to the YouTube chat. The YouTube chat. Let me go here. No. Here. Go to the YouTube chat. Okay. Get it in there. Get it in there. All right. Do it in 20 seconds. All right. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 words are strip club. Strip club. You should have got the hint when I was grabbing this. Yo, why is this? Okay, I have to show it, bro. Show. Damn, I didn't know that wasn't allowed. Shit. All right, well, I got the 2 people. Yeah. I got the 2 people. Shit. It started hiding. It started hiding it. I can't even. I got it. I had to unhide it. Damn, I'm sorry, YouTube. Hopefully you don't. Shit. Oopsie. Well, the 2 people that won are Insane Chili and Not Willow. These 2 guys here. Can I zoom in on this? Right there. Those 2. I can't click them because they're not on here. But Insane Chili and Not Willow. I'm going to highlight you guys and Gideon. I'm going to send it to you from the YouTube chat so that you have that. But those are the 2 winners that got the accounts. But anyways, open up a Blue Guardians futures ticket so that you get handled, those 2 people, and you will get taken care of. But for the meantime, for indices and what I'm expecting to see, if we inverse this daily fair value gap, which is what I'm assuming we're going to be doing, I would expect price to trade back into, let's say we inverse this daily fair value gap. Yeah. We either trade into this daily fair value gap to then go short to 50% of this, the consequent encroachment of this wick here, or we take us lower, closing below the new week opening gap and then short to 50% of that wick if we do not reverse from this point. So keep these 2 things in your head for potential for us to then capitalize on something for tomorrow or the remainder of today. So don't be stupid. Be very cautious in regards to your trades and execute accordingly based off of your rules. And like always, be safe, everybody. Have a great rest of your trading day. Have a great weekend. And I might be announcing later that I will be kick streaming tonight. And if I do, you guys will be the first ones to know. So take care, everyone. Be safe. Thank you for joining. And I will see you all in the next stream next week. Take care, y'all.